Hello and welcome to the IGN UK podcast. I'm joined by the two most beautiful people in video games history. Mm-hmm. To my left,
Rory Powers.
Beauty man.
Beautiful man.
Beautiful Joe.
Thank you. It's very good. Very
And
clever.
to my right,
We're not going to add any more adjectives on front of my name. There's already too many syllables in my name. Alysia. If it was then beautiful Alysia, it would just, literally, it's too much.
Beautisia.
Are you drunk?
I wish. That's for you to find out, baby. Just before we started recording this, we realised that Alysia doesn't know what bumming means.
It was big.
What?
It was big news.
Okay, I was like putting bumming and bit together. Now, I do know what bumming is.
Sorry, I'm just moving that clock. You carry on.
On you go, mate.
Jesus.
No, basically, we were talking about how Gav and I are tonight going through this horrible Resident Evil experience.
Bumming experience.
I mean, that would also
Jesus,
be
Gav.
horrific. But it's
I mean, to be fair,
when I
aren't
said
the actors,
this has got to be 3/4 an hour, I was like, not if you keep saying bumming. Every
Can you just yell? If it's really, really scary, can you just yell bumming?
The word
Because it'll make me
aren't,
laugh.
aren't the
and then
actors
I won't be
allowed
as
to
scared.
touch you in this
They're
experience?
allowed to touch us. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm terrified. So I
This
wanted
experience just got a whole lot more bum-like.
to. So I want to bring our Finchy doll that an amazing person made for Prepare to Try, because
the table.
I would feel a lot safer with Finchy.
a bummable Finchy.
You said something about bumming him, and it was so out of context. I was like, what does it actually mean? But now I know.
Yeah, we can talk about that next week. Actually, we're going to
Yeah.
a scary experience.
My favourite thing about it is that Krupa created a Trello card, which is how we keep track of all the things we're going to do. And everything else is like preview, preview, news. Resident Evil shit your pants nightmare experience. Which, like, keeps popping up with notifications for it, which is brilliant.
I literally feel my hands again. Feel my hands.
That's a
Like
sweaty
just
palm.
thinking
That's a
about
sweaty
it
palm right
all
there.
day. As soon as I
Disgusting.
start thinking
Clammy.
about what we're doing, I go.
That's a moist palm you got.
It's very moist.
I don't think that's connected. I think you just got
Just sweaty palms.
Maybe you're
And
moist
I'm
in
like,
general, like the baddie from X-Men.
If we it's escape the room, so I can just go up to the sides of the bars and squiggle through.
In that,
Quite good.
were they trying to make them all like water?
No,
based
it's hit.
Pokemon
We've had this exact discussion before.
on the podcast.
It's somewhere,
Yeah.
probably in public. It's that they're trying to mutate him and it goes wrong and all his cells
Right.
break down
Yeah.
and he turns into a special water man.
Water beast.
A squidgy boy.
Is there a scene where he just literally turns into water?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
literally.
'Cause
he
he's
just,
on-
like, splashes
He's on.
everywhere.
Yeah, he's on the operating table, and
Yeah.
Storm's like prodding at him, and then he just suddenly
And
collapses into
no,
water.
he goes
Storm's
like,
like,
he goes like,
"Fuck
like his face blows up, and then
I like it when he's like a
Waters.
big nude Donald Trump
Yeah,
on a
on-
beach,
yeah.
and there's
Looking
like
out
a
of the
kid that
waves.
drops his sandcastle making
Yeah.
equipment.
Because he's seen an old man's watery balls.
Speaking of X-Men, should we talk about Logan very
Yes, we shall.
briefly?
We
The new
can.
trailer just came out.
Oh.
I think it's fantastic. And
great
there's-
trailer.
It's a very interesting bit where it's confirmed that X-Men comics exist in the X-Men universe.
I love that.
what? That's
That's
cool.
really
That's
cool.
awesome, yeah.
And Wolverine goes, only a quarter of it is true. And it's like, that's quite a cool thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like that.
Although it doesn't really make sense considering, I don't really keep track of all those timelines, but isn't the point that all the mutants have been hated for ages by the time this starts? They're all being hunted down and gotten rid of, aren't they?
I don't think we know exactly what in the
Isn't it
in
end
the,
times where
in the comics in Old Man Logan. There's a reason why a lot of them are dead, but I can't say.
So hasn't it gone then? So it's really old then. So it's gone hated, all right, back to made comics about them.
Yeah.
back to hated
Back
and
to
being
Hayden.
hunted.
Maybe that's it. Because there is a weird bit where he's got his normal Wolverine hair and facial hair, as opposed to the rest of the trailer where he's got like quite long hair
Is it?
and a beard. Yeah, and he looks like normal Wolverine, but he's talking to X-23.
Right.
So I can't tell whether that means X-23 is really old. And
Wouldn't it be
she's
great?
been around for ages.
Wouldn't it be
That
awesome if she was
might-
just
that
really
might-
old as well?
Yeah.
So she's got like the twisted mind of an old
That
woman
would be
inside her.
really cool.
And also like the sexual preferences of a really old
No, I'm not
like
into
a
it.
90-year-old
You
woman.
are on a roll today, Gavin.
And you know what those preferences are? Bumming. Yeah.
I think it's a really good. I love Old Man Logan. It's one of my favorite comics. But James Mangold. He made one of the fucking worst mutant films.
What's that?
The other Wolverine film. That
Oh,
made.
right. I never watched that one.
It's awful. But that had an amazing.
Is that the samurai
well.
one?
Yeah, but that had an amazing trailer as well.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's a shame. It's a worry.
And that's the thing, because he picks really good storylines. They're quite famous with people who like Wolverine and like me, and I was really excited about it. And then it was just dross. Like it's awful. To be fair, there hasn't been a good Wolverine film.
No.
Like they're all awful.
Oh, that first one's an unbelievable mess.
I really like the first X-Men. Okay,
No, the first Wolverine solo film.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
the one where
Great.
Deadpool is like a strange, like the merc with the mouth literally doesn't have a
sewn
mouth.
shut.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Yeah, that was.
That's
really
actually
bad.
genuinely one of the.
Oh, and the woman with the big, crazy manicure.
And Will.i.am.
Yeah.
Will.i.am in it?
Will.i.am is
Yeah.
definitely in it.
When is Will.i.am
Wears
in
a
it?
cowboy hat.
Yeah, he's like a fairly major side character.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
He's one of Weapon X. Yeah.
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 No way.
Yeah, it's one of the
Rubbish.
worst.
So I'm kind of excited for it, but let's see.
There's swearing in it
Let's
now.
see.
You don't like the
dun,
swearing.
dun.
Didn't like the bit where Wolverine says "Holy fuck."
Yeah.
And this is from someone who swears a lot. I don't know. I feel like American.
It didn't earn it.
Nah.
Although I think, like we said, I think the punchline, which is Professor X says a swear, and you're like, "Oh, Daddy said a bad word." Yeah, it would have worked better if there hadn't already been swearing.
it'd be more of an impact, I think.
Professor X is now a poop emoji as well.
He is.
that's
Patrick
good.
Stewart is playing the poop emoji.
In the same film.
He's got less quality control than I thought.
Maybe it's a good
Unless that script's
It could be.
amazing.
Maybe
It's
it's a good
apparently
film.
aiming to be the inside out of smartphones, according to an article.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, everyone would have laughed when they said they were making a Lego film. And now that was good.
Yeah, but we also...
The Angry Birds film is generally good.
Did you actually go and see it? I didn't.
I didn't go see it. No, but I watched on a plane.
Ah.
But it's generally a funny film. It's got they're getting these like good writers,
comedians
like
and stuff.
Like I think there's Krupa saw Lego Batman the other day, and he says very good.
Yes, I'm well excited for that.
But that's got loads of people who wrote on the Community and stuff like that
Yeah.
writing on it. Like, if they keep doing that, I think that's pretty good. Isn't
It feels like the Community writers have just spread across Hollywood and made everything a bit better. It's really nice.
Fantastic.
It's really good.
But speaking of scary events, we went to another scary event last week.
Did we?
Nintendo Switch.
What are you on about?
It was dark in there. Yeah, we went to the Hammersmith Apollo, which has never looked so small to me.
Yes.
Like,
it did seem very small.
weird, didn't it?
It was a strange effect that they'd had on it.
It must have been no stage.
No, there was no
Right?
stage.
So
They'd
it
gotten
must
rid
have
of the
been
stage.
Everything up until there must have been loads cut off.
You reckon? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Well, it looked very small.
It used none of the upstairs though, so it was
And that's all we've got to say on the Nintendo Switch. But Alicia, you didn't come with us.
No, I didn't come with you. So I've got a list of questions for you because, I've got loads of questions about the console. I'm the only one out of the whole team that's not seen what it looks
You could have
like.
taken my pass and gone down on the weekend, I realised.
Was it open on the weekend?
Right now.
to the public.
Yeah, we worked there on Saturday.
I went on Saturday. I spent basically 2 days at that event.
Yeah.
And played about 4 games.
Hindsight is a beautiful thing. So I've got a list of questions for you.
Go
and
on.
I thought that we could
Here we go.
switch things up.
Oh.
A.
You're as bad as Nintendo.
So if I ask a question and say Joe starts answering, then at any point, random point, whose line is it anyway style, I can just yell switch and you've got to
No, you should click your finger.
basically
Like switch. You can't click your finger, can you?
I can do my right, so I've got to hold the paper in my left.
This is funny.
There we go. There we go.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what? So
And so then
If
you.
anything, I'm better with my left, Joe.
Yeah, I'm better with my left.
Really? Like this is me trying to do with my left.
Yeah, it's a bit weaker.
I can't. I absolutely
I
can't.
listened to, it's a competitors podcast, but I listened to the Eurogamer podcast recently, and the writer of Alien Isolation and confirmed nice man Will Porter revealed that he can't click his fingers, and they spent about 5 minutes on their podcast
Really?
with Christian Donlan trying to manually make his fingers click by pulling them. It was like they're fucking losing it. It's well worth listening to.
So
Fun.
if you want to listen to 3 old men, 3 disgusting old men
Well,
not be able to click their
it's
fingers,
too young.
go like
There's 2 old men and Chris Pratt,
And whatever
who has
Chris
the
Pratt
soul
is.
of an old man.
that. Whereas at IGN, we're young and virile.
Young, thrusting, bumming, everything.
Except for Alicia's left hand.
Except-
for
Wait,
some
so the
reason.
Switch bit, Do I have to say Gab's talking?
Yep.
And then you switch?
Yep.
Do I have to continue
You've
Gab's
got to continue
point
his
for
point
him?
for him.
All right.
Because you're basically one and the same. You both worked at official Nintendo magazines together. You have
You're
a
absolutely
bromance.
right.
Let's do
have a
this,
bromance.
but I'm only answering 3 questions.
Only 3 questions.
Just because I saw you got loads on it.
No, I do. I'm not going to... I looked at your paper
You can
and
pick
panicked.
3 of those questions,
Good hosting, Gav.
and we'll ask them.
Laying down
You will
the
answer
law.
them.
All right, okay.
So
I'll
make them good ones.
You all right?
I'll start serious.
You sound like you're just breaking down.
Your
your voice is just getting lower and lower.
No, I'm really, really hungover, and I don't know why. Well, I know why.
We're going to
but,
talk
yeah.
about why, so sure,
Oh
aren't we?
yeah, fucking hell.
All right, question 1 about the Nintendo Switch.
All right.
Which 1-2 Switch minigame are you guys most excited for?
That's interesting. Who's going first?
Yeah, whoever wants to go first.
Go on, I'll go.
Yep.
All right.
I'm just afraid of hearing that. Well, because we played a bunch of them, so I'm most excited to try a new one. And actually, Joe's has done a really, really good article where he's combed through a trailer to see what games there are to be in there. And
This is the easy bit where you just give an
I've not
opinion.
even interrupted you.
and there's one that I really want to play, which is a ping pong
Switch.
game.
The ping pong game, and it's explained very well in Joe's incredible article
are
about
you
all
me
the
now?
Switch games. Yeah.
Okay.
I am Gav now, and the ping pong game is really interesting. So both players have a Joy-Con.
Switch.
And that's the thing about it is you have to play it by sound alone. So I've heard in Joe's article.
Switch.
So essentially what you do is you swing with the motion control to hit the shot, and then you hear it hit the table after hitting the shot, and then the person, based on the rhythm between those two things, then has to return the shot. But they can hold B or L or R, and they can either spike it or lob it, which slows it down or speeds it up, so you can
Switch.
start messing.
And that's all I've got to say about it.
Question 2. Hypothetically speaking, if you were to lend your Nintendo Switch to Vin Diesel for the morning, how do you think he might go about accidentally breaking it? We'll start from the beginning. So you go up to Vin Diesel and you say...
Hello, Vin Diesel.
Switch.
Please
Remember me, baby.
remember me, baby.
Well, he remember when I interviewed him the other day. He genuinely remembered being in our studio and being with me and Rory. So
Switch.
So that was nice. And anyway, back to the story. I'd hand him my Switch and I'd say, please take good care of this. Goodbye. And after that,
Switch.
he would really enjoy playing it because he's a massive nerd. I don't know if you know this, Alysia. But Vin Diesel's a huge nerd. He's like really into like Dungeons
Switch.
and Dragons.
Anyway, back to the Switch. What's the question? How he break
break
it?
This
it.
is the durability question. How durable essentially is the Switch?
He would find it hard to break the Joy-Con, which are... And that is the plural of Joy-Con, by the way, is Joy-Con.
Is it?
Yeah. Which makes it look weird when you write it over and over again. There's no S on the end. And
Motherfuckers.
so he'd struggle to break that. In fact, I think he'd struggle to break the whole thing. It feels very solid in your hands, like in handheld mode. It's got a real weight to it, which
Yeah.
doesn't feel like the gamepad at all.
Switch.
I haven't held it actually.
This one person's just lying.
I haven't held it at all. So yeah.
This is not switching, Gav.
Yeah.
Gav's complete inability to play this game is the best part of it.
We've not established how Vin Diesel would break it. How would one go about breaking the Switch?
point is he'd
eat it
struggle.
with his mouth.
Great. The end.
I think, in fairness, the easiest way to ruin your Switch is to put it in your bag without a
Case.
carry case. That's going to be the worst thing about it.
People do that.
Well, it's going
I'll be
to.
shitting myself. I'll be like,
Well, that's it. It's
£300
good.
quid.
It's like it's got just an exposed screen, like
Yeah.
anything else. You'd buy a case for anything else, but I've not really factored that into the cost yet, which is a bit of a worry.
Let's make one.
Good.
Make us
A
one,
lot of bubble
loyal
wrap.
listeners.
Yeah, Mel, who made the little Finchy, can you make us a Finchy-based thing? Get
But
on
like-
it. Get on it now.
7 of them though, so we
Yeah.
can all have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6.
All right. Third and final question.
Gav loves this game.
Gav is having so much fun.
Go on, I'll play it properly now.
All right. A few months from now, if you were in a cinema and a person sat in the seat in front of you was having a cheeky playthrough of Breath of the Wild with the screen dimmed, what would you do?
Death to everyone in the cinema.
Switch.
Death. I'd continue the death.
Switch.
And then I would go up to them and I would feed them.
Switch.
Their own legs that I would bend all the way from the bottom of them back to the top of them.
And I'd spit in their mouth and I'd go, you like this? And you brought it on yourself.
And then I'd record it and put the whole thing on kink.com.
Ta-da! I think that's everything
I'll
you
do
wanted
one more
to
because
know.
I like that. now that I'm playing it properly.
Finally converted you to the game.
Let's do last one.
All right. I'll do a straightforward one. Why do you think there are so few games available at launch?
No. Ask a different question. Ask a different question. Look, I'll tell you which one to ask.
Your hosting goes overdrive. I only had
A funny question.
a funny. I had two silly ones at the end.
Oh.
You ruined the pace of this. This was very well thought out.
It was very well. You made me skip out all the serious ones. Choose three.
All right.
Okay. Blue and red Joy-Con or plain?
Plain.
Plain. Fuck me. No, to be fair, looking at the console with the blue and red on it, it doesn't look as bad in real
Switch.
life.
I think it looks absolutely fine, blue and red. I think the grey is, if anything, is a
Switch.
bit boring.
I agree. We've
Fabulous.
said almost
Well
nothing
done.
useful about
do
the
you want
Switch.
to know anything else about the Nintendo Switch?
I actually do. I actually genuinely
I'll tell you
do.
what I think
right.
about it.
Yep.
I think it's good. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Snipper Clips.
Snipper Clips looks fantastic.
We played that together and we were brilliant at it.
We were.
The lady was like, you guys should be... No, she saw us playing it and then she went, sorry guys, no professionals. And we went, we're not professionals actually.
Did she actually say that, Gav?
And she said, well, you bloody should be.
And she had to have a big drink of water to calm down. It was amazing.
She said, she looked at us and went, the legends were true.
I heard whispers about you behind a campfire.
And then she got a samurai sword and plunged it into her stomach because she couldn't bear to live on this earth
I love
with
that
such perfection.
What you've done there is not had your fill of the game you refused to engage with for so long, so you're just playing it now by yourself.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
No. I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for some games. I wish there were more games for it, and I wish Mario was coming out at launch.
They have just...
I was just about to say, they've just announced Binding of Isaac Plus is one of the Nintendo Switch launch games.
That's not a new game, though, is it?
No, but it's going to be a launch
fantastic.
game
It is
on
good, but-
Nintendo Switch. So there's 6 games in total, is that right?
on launch day,
launch
yeah.
day?
So that and Zelda on launch day, I'm kind of set. Like, that's a game that I can play. Like, Zelda's just massive. And Binding of Isaac's, like, just constant, like, little goes at it. That's real
Binding of
handheld
Isaac,
business.
Zelda, 1-2 Switch.
That's, Just Dance.
Fuck off.
I think maybe Lego City Undercover.
What?
Yeah, they're re-releasing that.
I mean, that is a good game, don't get me wrong, but
It's got Adam Buxton in it.
at one point, that was one of the only Wii U games. So I've played that to death.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe that's not launch day, but that is coming out.
it's not even launch day.
Maybe not.
What the fuck have they been doing?
I don't know. It's coming out on PS4 and stuff as
It's
well.
like a 3-year-old game.
Yeah,
It is a bloody good game, though.
it is all right.
Yeah.
I can't remember
One
what
of
the
the
rest
funniest
are.
games I've ever played.
That's insane.
It's very funny.
It's got Peter Serafinowicz in it, though.
Pierre Serafinowicz in it. It's got a man doing a really good Morgan Freeman impression.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Very good. It's
I think he's the guy from those adverts where
He
it
is,
was a
yeah,
white
yeah,
guy
yeah,
doing
yeah.
the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's really cool.
Oh, what a game, man. That is good. Isn't Peter Serafinowicz like the bad?
Yeah, I think he's the villain.
Yeah. Oh, it's a very good game, that is. But fuck that, though. Like, I've played it. I'm not playing it again. It's a big old game. Anyway, what?
So, yeah, basically...
What else?
Snipper Clips is fantastic. ARMS is really good.
No. What else is coming out with it?
Can't remember. Let's look it up.
Just Dance.
Just Dance, yeah.
Can you imagine like being a kid and be, your parents
Unbelievable.
buying you that and be like, "Oh, I've got this dancing game for
That
you."
can't sell more than like 9 copies, can it?
Whoa. Have you guys ever played Just Dance?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
rubbish.
It's amazing.
You're an insane
alright.
person.
Oh my gosh, how
It
can
can
you...
barely track what score you're getting. Never mind be good.
That's kind of not the point, though. The point is dancing. I had a onesie party
I can
once where we
dance
were all in onesies
everywhere.
playing Just Dance.
Why
I
are
could
they
dance right now.
reporting fucking Nintendo Lego City Undercover, but not Nintendo Land? Why aren't they doing something like that?
Oh, because they don't. Well, you haven't got the second screen. Like it's a different.
Of course,
function
because you
and
can't
stuff.
actually do it because you can't connect like a Wiimote or anything like that to it. It's just
Nah, mate.
It's just falling apart.
I do wish you could connect Wii U Pro controllers to it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
You
you
can't?
can't. No.
That's a pisser.
Are you all right? You seem very upset now. Have you got a pre-order?
Yeah.
Are you going to have a pre-order after this?
Yeah, because it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
You know what they're doing.
It'll be good. I'm just looking at the launch games.
I'm annoyed that Miiverse is gone as well because I think
I love Miiverse, and
is
Street Pass is going to be the
fantastic.
worst thing. I wish that was there.
as well.
So, 1-2 Switch.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, I didn't know that 1-2 Switch didn't come with it.
It doesn't come with it.
I know. That's fucked, isn't
March
it?
3rd. Just Dance, Zelda,
Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac. Wow, there's loads in Japan. Japan have got it good.
We'll just get them.
They got Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13.
Boom.
Skylanders Imaginators.
Fuck off.
That's what I remembered. And Super Bomberman R, which is apparently very good.
Actually, I like a Bomberman.
Right.
So that's that.
I like a Bomberman.
I like the Bomberman.
All right,
But,
good.
Yeah, Snipper Clips looks amazing and Arms looks amazing. Those are the things you should be keeping an eye on.
Very
the
good.
console itself looks very sturdy.
Yeah, they were the
And
best games.
And it would take a lot for Vin Diesel to break it.
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be good. Like, it's not going to be as good as everyone wanted, but nothing ever is. Especially life.
That's a cynical outlook.
Yes.
Courtesy of us.
They've got to learn, Alysia. They've got to learn.
Speaking of bleak looks at the world, let's talk about La La Land.
Well, that's interesting that you'd say that it's split. Have you seen it, Joe?
No, I just made that up. I
okay.
assumed it's very upbeat.
I mean, in fairness, I feel like musicals are the cinematic equivalent of Root Canal, and a bunch of people listening have probably just gone, because people really don't like musicals. There are a lot of people
Do
who
Disney
would,
films count as musicals?
yeah, I'd say they count as musicals, but animated also count. They're in a different category. But you know how
Yeah.
normally like Chicago,
That's
Moulin
trash.
Rouge,
That's all right.
I like that.
give me another musical. Les Mis.
That's
Like
alright.
we've had loads of big cinematic musicals come out recently, which have done incredibly well. Moulin Rouge is definitely a musical.
It was out when I was like 11.
Okay, yeah, in the last 10 years. But lots of people are saying with La La Land that it's kind of revived the genre, and I kind of feel like we've already had quite a lot of popular musicals, so potentially that is an overstatement. What it is doing is it's harking back to that bygone era of Hollywood when it was the golden age of musicals, where you had this kind of delight in the world and glitz and glamour of LA. And so that's the story that we have. We've got Emma Stone, who is a actress who's trying to make it. She meets in a bar Ryan Gosling, who's a pianist, who's trying to make it as well.
Pianist.
Huh?
Carry on.
If you
You
can
did, that Adrian Brody film is funny.
It is really. But yeah, and so they're just trying to make it, and the kind of like the rest of the film follows sort of the arc of the American dream, this idea that if you put your mind to it, in America you can achieve your wildest fantasy, but also the reality of the choices and the compromises that you have to make. So it's this really
Ryan Gosling sucking off an old director.
not quite.
Lot of casting
Very
couch style
different.
video sections.
It's interesting though, because it's been described as the musical for people who don't like musicals, and I normally really like musicals.
How about
Make a musical for people who like musicals.
Jesus, there's loads of them.
But do you know what? Like,
People who like musicals are fuming. They're like, oh, so we're not watching that.
Oh, thanks a lot, Damien Chazelle.
I forgot it's him.
Yeah.
Actually, I rewatched Whiplash the other
Whiplash
week.
is incredible.
and
Yeah.
there's a lot that feeds through from Whiplash into this movie. So there's
Sweet.
you know, Whiplash, there was a lot of shots where the camera would kind of like pan about, and it would be like it would move around the drum kits, or it would like he kind of did the sweeping.
It was very kinetic filmmaking.
Yeah, very kinetic. And that feeds through into this. So there's actually a lot of the musical numbers are shot in one shot, which is lovely. Like, that's gorgeous, especially the opening scene. And the camera kind of sweeps between everyone who's dancing and singing. And that's really lovely. It's a lovely film.
I do want
to
to see it. I'm not gonna go see it in the cinema.
Does it feel like...
I'm gonna wait until I'm hungover and I'm gonna watch on a Sunday afternoon.
That sounds really
and
nice.
I feel like it will.
I can see it being a good hangover.
To me, it feels like a sequel to The Artist. In that The Artist was like formally
Yeah.
a version
it's
of those films.
brilliant,
Yeah.
And this is formally a version of the films, that, those like Singing in the Rain style musicals that came after that.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't.
that like evolution of Hollywood and
Yes.
harking back to it.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I think
fair play to her for winning all the awards and shit like that. But the way that everyone was talking about the way that I watched a bunch of the speeches at Golden Globes, and the way they talked about it was like the same way when like 12 Years a Slave was winning awards. Like, and they would talk about like how brave it was to make this film and stuff like that. It's like,
I don't think it was massive.
Like, what the fuck?
That's
it's
very
like
odd.
it was so, it was brilliant that we made this film. It's two of the most beautiful and well-liked people in the world.
Yes. In a love story.
In a beautiful... It's just like, why? How was that hard to make?
And I have to say as well, like, I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to like it, because it is one of those films that's been massively overhyped.
It seems like a perfect Alysia film.
And I went in being like, I'm going to love this.
Yeah.
This is going to be amazing. And I came out of it going, I enjoyed that, but I definitely have gripes with it.
Yeah.
And my main gripe is, normally when you go and see a musical...
there's music in it.
There's music in it.
What the fuck is the music? I hear there's like a
music in this.
45-minute section where they don't actually sing anything though, in the middle.
Towards the end, there's a lack of music, this is a really interesting thing about the movie. Normally musicals, so say let's use Chicago as an example, it's actually like super dark, quite dramatic, a lot of looking at human choice and kind of darkness and people screwing each other over, all that kind of stuff. Very dramatic. But it goes in and it's immediately like song and dance, crazy, and it's very like overhyped and it's bold and it's brash and it's extravagant. And like this is very heavily stylized and really it often veers into realism, which means that when they start singing, I felt like it kind of pulled you out of I didn't accept the fact that they were singing because it played out too much like a realist drama,
right? And
which then would veer into spectacular.
Because I like the bits that I don't like about musicals is when they don't need to be singing the things that they're singing. Like in Les Mis I really like Les Mis. I thought it was brilliant, but I hate it when Hugh Jackman is like, I need to go over here to the door. I'm just walking down the street. Where's my little girl? It's like, just say it. Just say the words, man. I'm going to go find my little girl. She's over there. Right, brilliant. Okay.
I don't mind that with Les Mis, because Les Mis is more of an opera than a musical in the sense that everything is sung. So it is a stylistic thing from pulling off of the stage show.
In it. That's fucking awful, that bit, isn't it?
But there's a bit in this movie, and this isn't a spoiler, but
I'll be, because I'll
it absolutely isn't. It's a romance. You know that there's.
I thought you were going to say do a big brassy music number.
Start singing why you hate spoilers.
Go on.
But there's a bit where
imagine that one day if we just fucking decided
musical podcast.
We did a musical podcast and we just broke into songs.
Like that Buffy episode.
Like that Buffy episode.
Do you guys have good
episode
singing
400's
voices?
coming up.
We should do a musical.
Episode 400's a musical.
I'd be well up for that.
Alex, Alex would never do it.
So we don't tell Alex that when he's on the podcast and we're all singing.
Dale's fucking not doing a musical.
Krupa wouldn't either.
I don't think Krupa would.
He got into karaoke though when we did it.
Well up for it.
Of course he would. Rory's one of the biggest show-offs I've ever met.
Show-off powers would do it. I don't think we should do it for 400. What I think we should do is just like it literally comes out of nowhere.
All right, cut all this out.
We do like it'd be like episode, I don't know, 380, and then people are like, oh, just another episode of IGN UK podcast,
and then suddenly hear like the keyword countdown, like things in the background.
That's my solo.
Did you say Teenage Countdown?
No, I said keyword countdown. Teenage countdown.
That's from a film, isn't it?
What?
Teenage Wasteland.
Teenage Wasteland.
It's not called Teenage Wasteland.
No, but it's from a film.
Is it? Oh,
didn't they do like
Tommy?
Didn't they do like a rock opera?
Yeah.
Let's just do all those songs. Let's just do Tommy, but all about video games and films.
Oh my god, that'd be good. But yeah, it should be really specific to that week as well.
Yeah.
This is kind of.
All right, everyone.
Like
no one tell
anyone that we're going to do a music video just in case it scares them away.
A music video?
Music, you know what I mean.
I'll get my bikini.
So basically, La La Land, to sum up, is a really, really good movie. Like, I genuinely really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It just suffers a little bit from the premise that it's built on, which is trying to make musicals fit in with this kind of gritty story of human endeavor, and then the musical kind of butts heads with that occasionally. Ironically, actually, I've been reading some reviews. People really like that mix. I find it really oxymoronic and kind of weird, but people have really liked it. So you might be one of those.
Is Sing Street better?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Boom.
Bye. Watch that. It's on Netflix.
Talking of music, and actually, this is really good. Because we could get this lady that I went to see called Tina Guer.
Yeah.
I think her name is Tina Guo, right? And she's a cellist from the US of A.
I thought that you were at the National Trust last night because I saw a picture on your Twitter of you with some middle-aged ladies.
I broke into a National Trust party afterwards.
Was this before? So this was after, right? Okay.
This was after the concert that I went
I
to.
want to hear the arc of your evening.
Let's just talk about this. Let's concentrate on this bit. I went to see a lady called Tina Guo, who is a cellist. She's supported Hans Zimmer. She's very good.
What grade is she? I was grade 5 cello.
She's at least grade 4.
Well,
I've heard. So
I reckon I could probably do it better than her.
Did you really play cello?
Yeah, I was grade 5.
Awesome.
Really?
Can you not hear my accent?
More stuff to add to the musical episode. You still got a cello?
No,
That's happening.
I rented it.
Oh, bollocks.
We can rent another. How much does it cost to rent a cello?
£100,000.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the money we're going to be making from selling the podcast, it'll be fine. But basically, she's got an album coming out called Game On, and she's covered a bunch of really cool video game scores, and I went to watch a couple of them.
Why?
Why?
Why's she done it?
Because she likes video games.
Why did you watch it?
Because I like video games and video games music, and it was a fun thing to do of an evening.
Top 3 songs she played.
Top 3 songs she played. She played number 3. Mm-hmm. Like this wasn't in order. This is in order that I liked them.
Yeah.
Right. Number 3, the Skyrim music.
Oh, that's good.
The main theme.
Does she have a backing, or is it just her alone?
Well, some of it was her alone. Others, it was a man on a guitar and a man on a keyboard. But I despised them.
Oh, I see.
Why? What did they do to you?
Was it Team Rocket, fronted by Rory Powers?
Do you know what? They were at least 35 years old, and they were on stage wearing, like, basically dressed up like A. And that annoyed me.
They are definitely older than 35 years old.
But at the time,
I
they were
big
rubbish.
shorts.
And the only time that they came on, they did a metal cover of because she started playing the Mario theme. This is not my top 3. She started playing the Mario theme, just normal Mario, trad Mario. And then it went to the do 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 do. And that was a metal cover of da 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 da. It was shite.
Yeah,
that's
very YouTube channel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very YouTube. That wasn't very good. But anyway, number 3, the Skyrim music. That was fantastic. Like it was so good. And not only was it really good, but actually, former Ask Men employee Anne's been on the IGN UK podcast a few times. Beck's mate, her dad was there, and afterwards I said to him, "What was your favorite song?" He went, "Paris Caribbean." And I was like,
it's so close. It really
I didn't
is.
realise, but it's exactly like
We
it.
had this discussion in the office recently where
really?
someone said the Skyrim theme tune, and I started singing it, and then someone just went, "That's
Pirates
Pirates
of
of
the
the
Caribbean.
Caribbean."
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
So that was very funny, but that was a really, really good theme. Other one, she did a Pokemon medley, and that was fantastic.
I saw that on someone's Snapchat channel last night. It looks amazing. Like,
It was really good.
What was it meddling?
A battle theme, main theme, and something else.
Okay.
And then she did. She opened, which I think was a mistake because it was the best one, and it was incredible because it was basically a lot of it was just her for that, but she did like a Zelda medley about all the big uns from Zelda, and it was amazing. But she's doing a gig next month for the Hammersmith Apollo.
Really?
oh wow,
The small venue.
tiny little switch
I
venue.
thought you were taking the piss. You said big venue. I was like, no, it's tiny. And she's also supporting Hans Zimmer again in the summer. But her album, I think Game On, is out pretty soon. So check it out. Because the Zelda medley she's done a music video for it.
Oh, awesome.
Where she's dressed up as various Zelda characters.
I'm out.
But it was fantastic.
That sounds
He's
really
like,
good.
classical music, yes. Cosplay, no.
Absolutely not.
But it was quite short. So this is the thing, because she only did 5 songs.
Wow.
But
That is short.
I got drunk enough in those 5 songs and the preceding hour that because we have this gene, which is like the not being able to say no gene,
Yes.
but also not wanting to stop meme. Gene meme, yeah.
So what
Like,
situation are we referring?
well, like once
Bummy.
you get to a certain point of boozed upness, there's no turning back.
Oh, yeah,
There's
yeah,
not
no,
going
that's it,
home
that's
or
done.
anything like that. So, but I wanted to stay out and party. There was a lot of video game people there who didn't. So what I did was
Weird.
I saw a bunch of people. It's at the Royal Institute something B for Architects. Royal Institute What would the letter B be?
Bricks.
The protection of birds.
Bricks and architects.
Yeah.
Architects. And we were in
British
architects. Well done.
close enough.
And we were upstairs in one room, and downstairs in another room there seemed to be another party going on that looked quite good. So I walked casually down the stairs and made it look like I was going, and then I just beelined into the party. And as I walked in,
There's no way you were as casual as you thought you were.
Forward rolls. Walked into this party, and there's just a giant projector. Oh well, the projector's probably normal size, but it was projecting a giant image, and the image was the National Trust logo. So I deduced from that I was at a National Trust event. So I started walking around, and these two ladies came up to me. And they were like, "Oh," they were some like when someone's so posh they can barely talk.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that.
I've met a lot.
Yeah.
Remember my cello?
Yeah. But they came up and they were like, "Oh, so who'd you work for?" And I was trying to think of all the national. I think the National Trust is a national treasure.
Oh.
That's what it should be called. Bloody hell.
Did you say that to them?
There's the title for the podcast.
No, because I was trying to think of all the places that I've been National Trust related.
Were you just standing there by yourself and
Eating
they
the food
wanted
and
up?
drinking the booze?
Were they? Did they come up to you and genuinely ask out of curiosity, or was it like who do you work for?
No.
Suspicious.
They didn't like come up. I was basically by the food, and so were they. And then they were just like, they started talking to me because they were obviously quite polite. And I said, I was trying to rack my brains for all the National Trust places that I've been in the last year, and the only one I could remember was Tinton Abbey, which is a fucking good abbey, man. Like, it's such a good abbey. Worth the National Trust subscription alone, if you ask me. So I told them I was the caretaker. Well, I told them I was the caretaker, or that I owned Tinton Abbey.
One of the two.
Yeah. And I got away with it for a bit. I had at least 3 glasses of red wine with them, which is probably about 45 minutes.
I can't believe you got a selfie with them.
45-minute chat, got a selfie with them, and then a security guard came and noticed me.
Really?
And was like, were you at the party upstairs? And I wanted to say, mate, I'm at every party. Upstairs, downstairs, but I just went, yeah. And he went, can you leave? And I went, yeah.
Was this in front of your new lady friends?
They'd kind of turned away, so they didn't hear it all. So
did you say goodbye, or did you slip off into the night?
I said goodbye to them, and I said thank you. It was really nice chatting to you guys. I'll see you later. And I think I managed to front it up, so they weren't like, who was that? Pauper.
That's lovely.
He was a prince, not a pauper.
Well, you own a whole entire abbey.
I know.
I know. I didn't mean to, but I wish I had. I've got to ask something.
Yeah.
You started that evening on a date.
Yeah.
What happened to your date?
Oh my God, your evening, Gav.
It's fine. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up if that's bad.
It's fine. But anyway. Wow. Tina Guo. Fantastic lady playing the thing. Well done. Anyway, it's time for the very first canon game of Keyword Countdown of the year. Y'all ready for this?
I'm so ready. Not ready. Can I guess the theme?
Yeah.
Triple X. Vin Diesel.
Do you know what? I will be tickled pink if any of you guess this theme.
Interesting. Is it that funny a theme?
No. I will just be very impressed because it's something that we haven't talked about in this podcast.
Good.
But it's something that is happening.
And we talk about a lot of things on this podcast.
No, it's in like today.
Oh.
And we haven't talked about a lot of things
We
today.
haven't today.
We really talked about things that we wrote down.
The theme's bum and get on with it.
Okay. Film number 1. If you don't know what Keyword Countdown is, IMDb categorized their films by a variety of crazy keywords. I've taken those keywords, and you have to guess what the film is just by the keywords. Joe is our reigning champion.
He really is. I'm our reigning
Alysia
loser.
doesn't like being out in the rain, so it's fine.
Very good.
Film number 1. Home.
Home Alone.
Pain.
Home.
This is fast.
It could be Home Alone.
Sorry. Quarterback.
Ooh. The film Radio with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Sitting in a bathtub.
Oh my god.
Panic Room.
I put that in because that is from I Am the Walrus, isn't it? Sitting in a bathtub.
Oh, I don't know, actually.
Waiting for the guy to go.
That's the only reason you put it in.
Yeah, it's made me laugh. Woman in bra and panties.
She's the Man.
Makeshift rain clothes.
What is this?
It's a very important film for people of our age, Joe.
The Notebook.
Knight in shining armor.
Oh, no, it's not even that. I was going to say The Princess Bride.
Emotional detachment.
When's the quarterback in the Teenage
Good point.
Princess Bride?
Maybe the kid
What
was.
was the last- what was
Maybe
that
the
one?
sick kid was.
Emotional detachment.
Quarterbacks.
Burying a dead hamster.
What?
Fuck me, why is this?
Final clue.
Maybe it's a dead hamster.
Reference to the Shins.
Oh, Garden State.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's,
I'll put that on
it's
my
basically for
keyword
people our
countdown
age.
list.
It's fine. You should watch it. Have you watched Away We Go yet?
I saw that on top of my desk
You
the
were
other
shame
day,
pile.
Got
and I
to
was
watch Away
literally,
We
I was
Go.
literally like, I need to watch. But I keep asking my housemates, and my housemates are never up for it.
Fuck them.
I know. I should
Move out.
Watch it. Honestly, just watch it by yourself. It's
Watch it
amazing.
by yourself.
But I like-
You'll
Have a good
feel
cry
I
over
have,
the
so,
wall.
I have so little free time.
Bollocks.
No, my free time to myself is video game themed like time. I genuinely don't watch
It's
anything
better than
unless it's a
almost
social
all
thing.
video games.
Do you know what? It is better than... I can't... Oh. I can think of 3 video games I'd rather be playing than Away We Go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a brilliant film.
But I'm not telling you what they are. Because I picked that number out of my arse. Well done. Joe, 1 point for you.
Thanks, man.
Film number 2. Friendship.
Hot Fox and the Hound.
E.T.
Boy.
About a boy.
3-word title.
About a
The
boy.
Lion.
Pride and Prejudice.
Intentionally misspelled title.
Oh.
My favourite keyword ever.
Intentionally misspelled title.
Step Up 3.
Writer-director.
Oh, God, this is going to really piss me off.
Stuntman.
It's not Hot Rod.
Video camera.
It's not Drive.
Friendship.
It's not Hot Rod. 1980s.
3-word title.
Super.
Amateur filmmaking.
It's not Super 8 because that's just got 2 words.
Final clue. Friendship between boys.
I figured that already.
Stand By Me? No, we've had that before.
Friendship. Boy. 3-word title. Intentionally misspelled title. Writer-director. Stuntman. Video camera. 1980s. Amateur filmmaking. Friendship between boys.
I feel like we should know this, Joe.
Son of Rambo.
Never seen it.
Oh, what a film.
Son of Rambo's brilliant.
What a film. That's Garth Jennings, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And Adam Buxton's in that.
Adam Buxton is in that.
Bloody
He's
hell.
an angry teacher.
Yeah. Here we go. Film number 3. Woman wearing only a man's shirt.
That one Citroen advert with Thierry Henry.
Oh, great advert.
Va-va-voo.
Submission.
Secretary.
Yeah!
Damn it!
Were you going to
only-
say secretary?
The only reason I got that is because you reacted like that.
Wow. 9 points.
Wait, well, how
though.
did my reaction get
Because it made me
secretary to
think
you?
about the word submission because you jumped straight to it.
Oh, that's so. It was either 50 Shades of Grey or that, but 50 Shades of Grey was too obvious. So of course, it was secretary. I'm
Submission.
so annoyed.
Obsession. Sexual exploration. Pantyhose. Office. Sexual role-playing. Fetish. Animal roleplay. Employer-employee relationship.
It's a very strange film.
Good film.
It's a very
Awakened
good
a lot of things in me, that film.
Joe. Okay.
I was talking about Geek.com earlier. Put it together.
Film number 4. Solitude. Hitchcockian. Suspense.
That's just Hitchcockian again.
Cult film. Actor playing multiple roles.
Split.
Norbit.
Hitchcockian, no. Video telephone.
Video telephone.
The Game?
Wedding ring. Minimal cast.
Being John Malkovich?
Harvester.
Good guess.
Harvester.
What, like the place where you go for cheap lunches on a Sunday?
Final clue. Good salad bar. Dead body. Joe, you're gonna fucking lose your mind.
I know.
I have no idea.
Solitude, Hitchcockian, suspense, cult film, actor playing multiple roles, video telephone, wedding ring, minimal cast, harvester, dead body.
The stress on Joe's face.
The film is Moon.
Oh no!
It's Joe's favourite.
That's literally one of the best films ever made.
Yeah.
Hitchcockian, though. I'm not having that. It's not Hitchcockian.
IMDb, mate.
Video telephone and harvester, I should have got it.
Yeah, a harvester, I was like, he's getting that.
And single character playing multiple roles. I think of them all as the same role.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There we go.
that's very much my bad. Everyone watch Moon.
Final film. I haven't seen it for ages. I need to watch it again. Actually, I've only ever seen it once as well.
Oh.
Here we go. Final film. 1990s. No background score. Ambiguous title. Violence.
So many films in the 90s could be this.
Aftermath. Tied to a chair.
Ooh.
Heist gone wrong.
Never mind.
Heat.
Written and directed by cast member.
Okay. Is this a Mel Gibson film?
Colour in character's name.
Colouring.
Lucky number 11. That's not what I meant.
Final clue. Ear cut off.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs.
Never seen Reservoir Dogs.
You should watch it. 1990s, no background score, ambiguous title, violence, aftermath, tied to a chair, heist gone wrong. This is another of my favourite keywords that making its debut, written and directed by cast member. It's pretty good, isn't it?
It's a good one.
Colour in character's name, ear cut off. Well done, Joe. Alyssa, you got no points.
Nil point.
Joe, you got 11.
In fairness,
Not a great round.
I think I've only seen one of the films.
And also,
in this
if you'd
week's.
got Secretary,
yes,
you would have smashed.
Yeah, you have not. Actually,
So
yeah.
annoyed.
If you had got secretary,
I've got 9
you'd be
points.
top of the league.
Would I?
This is what we played today.
Oh.
It's literally.
Oh, so are we?
Don't let that take away from anything.
Whoa, are we?
New season.
Do we reset?
Yeah, I won season 1.
Oh no way! That's
Yeah.
really
I'm getting a trophy
exciting.
for next year as well.
Sweet.
And I started late last year. I'm amazing.
Yeah.
And humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone know what the link is?
Is it directorial debuts?
No, it's a good guess.
That's a good guess.
That is a really good guess, actually.
Lots of them are that.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Who directed Secretary?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Fucking prick. I don't know what's going on.
I can't think what it is.
They are all famously made big smashes at the Sundance Film Festival,
Interesting.
which is kicking off this week.
That's a good theme.
Good, isn't it?
Hard
good
though.
theme.
But that's the thing, because we didn't talk. I think it's always good to do a bit on the podcast about some of the most mad films coming out of Sundance.
Yeah.
So really, I should have done that next one. There we are.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think the themes should be as hard as that, but worth more points this season.
Oh.
Because 1 point for that.
Yeah, because I think what I'll do, because obviously this is our game, we've made it. We change the rules as we go. We're like rugby. Rugby changes shit up all the time. What I think we should do is just maybe
not do
like
it.
that.
Not do the rest of the podcast.
The
Just do this.
theme is not based on something in the episode, maybe.
Something that's happening in the world.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
a couple of times I think people have got them based
Yeah.
on,
No, I totally agree.
what was it, like the Resident Evil one, when
Yeah.
we did that. Like, I was just like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, stuff like that. So, yeah.
I think that's a really good idea.
Well then, guys. Okay,
Brilliant.
feedback.
Oh yeah.
Number
doing?
one.
Forgot about that.
Okay.
This is from Chris Venn.
Yeah.
On Monday, the 2nd of January, I went to watch Assassin's Creed movie with mates. At the local Odeon, they have 4 people serving popcorn/drinks, etc. And everyone had decided to make one long queue down the middle and branch off as and when someone was available to serve.
I hate that shit.
I think it's all right.
Really, that annoys me.
Getting quite close to the front, some lady and her son decided to skip the queue and walk to the front when a space opened up.
Renegades.
Was that what you'd do?
Absolutely not.
Good.
I fucking hate people pushing in and stuff like
You'll
that.
like this bit. I wasn't having any of this.
Yes.
I decided to ask her if she'd ever heard of a queue or wanted me to explain how they work. which is great.
I don't.
She just looked over her shoulder at me and tried to dismiss me while the person carried on with her order. I decided to let it go as it was my turn to now get my nachos and drink.
That lady grew up to be Michael Fassbender.
Getting into the screen, we started to look for our premiere seats. It was quite dark in there as adverts had started, so it took a bit of time, but when we got there, people were sat in our numbered seats. And to make it even worse,
it was the woman
it
and
was
her
the
little
lady
kids.
and her son and her husband that I had tried to explain how a queue works to earlier.
Don't you know how chairs work?
Things got a bit heated, and I asked them to move as they were against the idea, as they were confident they were in the correct seats. I carried on as I had paid for these seats, so they needed to move and insisted they got their tickets out of their bag to show me when, and that's when it sank in. We'd walked into Passengers and not Assassin's Creed. Started another argument with the same family to then this time be in the wrong.
Oh,
That's
no.
awful.
Rather quickly, we turned around and promptly found our seats in Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
Did they miss the beginning of the movie?
I don't actually know. P.S. Ben Jett sounds like a right knob. He's the guy that wrote in about that you hated writing about Star Wars.
That guy.
Amazing. That was a good story.
Do you know what? That's an amazing email. I love that.
That's really good.
Story. What was that?
Chris
guy's name?
Ben.
Well done. I was at a bar last Friday night, a very busy bar, and called the Well and Bucket, and. They're one of my favourite bars, but it gets really busy on a Friday night. And it's got one of those like square bars, so everyone kind of queues around it.
That's horrible for the people serving.
It's really horrible for people serving, but also, like, I'm pretty decent at getting served at bars. Like, I can go, but like some people are really timid and don't want to do that. So there was this bit where I went up to the bar and there was two people there before me, but they just weren't moving or making eye contact with the bar people. One of them was on his phone. I was like, man, come on, you got to play the game. You got to be a little bit more forceful about it. This girl came over and I was like, oh, that guy was before me. And I was like, I think the girl who was there was actually with him. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'm next. And the lady came over and was like, oh, what do you want? So I got my drinks. And then as she was making them, the guy moved away and I realized I'd pushed in front of this girl.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, so I felt terrible. And about 2 minutes before that, there was this coked up dude who came up to the bar and was just like sweating. It's just like some fucking horrible city boy. He was like, can I get 2 burgers over here, please? And the woman was like, yeah, you have to queue up to get them though. And he's like, no, just 2 burgers over here. And the woman was like, yeah, you have to queue up and order them at the bar like a normal human being. So then he came over just when that guy left and went in between me and this girl. And as the lady came back, she went to serve the guy because the guy was like this. And he was like pointing at the thing. And I went, oh no, I think that girl's next. Sorry, mate. And
well done.
And he went, I don't remember. I'd already pushed in front of her as well. But I didn't know I did it. But he was like, no, I just want 2 burgers, please. And he's like holding out 20 quid. The burgers were not 20 quid. You would have had to get more money out because it would have came to £22.
I thought you were going to say you just took the 20 quid.
But he was like, I was like, no, she's before you, mate. And he was like, no, I just want to order 2 burgers. I was like, I know what you want to order.
She also wants to order some
but
drinks.
I was like, she was before you. And he's like, it's no back and forth though, mate. I just want to order the thing. It's no back and forth. I was like, I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
And I said to the woman, I was like, can you please serve her, not this guy? And she was like,
What did the
I'm
woman
good,
say
don't
in all
worry.
of this?
Nothing. Literally not a single word. But there we are.
Mute. That's why she never got her drinks.
Here we go.
She's still there, standing at the bar.
Here we go.
Your highlighters ran out on that one. Can you tell? It's 3 different colours.
Beautiful. This is from Brandon McGee, who I feel like I've heard that name a lot.
I know. Why do I feel like I know that name?
Because McGee is a name that everyone uses as a
Like
joke.
Brian McGee.
Brandon
Hello,
Tits
UK.
McGee.
Hello, UK
from
team.
the film.
Happy New Year. I am writing today because I just finished the Mechanic Resurrection.
As in the film Mechanic Resurrection.
He's not been resurrecting mechanics in his garden. It's in lowercase, which is why...
I'm a necromancer and I'd like to say a few words about the process.
Well, it was in lowercase, so I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm writing today because I just finished the Mechanic Resurrection, which I found to be the best video game movie that's not based on a video game. It has everything I enjoy in a game story, crazy intro to the character, multiple missions with slight setup for each hit, and a boss level. Although I enjoy the latest Hitman movie after watching this movie, I couldn't help but think I would have been better. Oh, fuck off a minute. Oh, sorry, that's why you didn't do that. And a boss level. Waiting to hear your thoughts on this idea.
Basically,
That's not even... You haven't put a question in it.
it says at the top.
Oh.
What do you think the best video game movie that's not based on a video game is?
Ah, that's a good question.
So the classic one that everyone talks about is the first Raid movie because it's essentially moving up levels to the big boss.
Streets of
at the
Rage.
end. It's Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
As is Dread. Basically the same movie. Dread's amazing. I would put in.
Dread's better than the Raid.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's a shame the effects are so shit though. That's
In what? Dread?
brings. Yeah, like the big gun, when she has the big machine gun, Cersei Lannister, and she shoots up the whole block, it just looks rubbish. Looks really bad.
I remember I went to see it in 3D.
I bet it would look much better in 3D.
Because I remember I saw because all the drug stuff looks incredible in 3D.
Yes, the drug stuff was really cool.
But I haven't seen it for ages.
I would also say that John Wick is an amazing video game style movie. Oh, John Wick's incredible.
I'm gonna watch that this weekend. Actually,
you've got to watch it before the next one comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this
because it looks rad.
John Wick's good.
But doesn't something bad happen to a dog?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't watch.
You would
being hurt.
But it's an entire film about someone taking revenge
on the people.
But do you see the dog?
You don't see it.
You don't see it get hurt.
No.
Okay.
You see the aftermath, and it's not gruesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I can't watch anything with animals being hurt.
I really struggle with that, and it's okay because you also get the pleasure of watching a man hate people for murdering his dog.
What else is video game movie but not based on a video game?
I should have asked you beforehand, really.
Yeah,
the Triple X films, Fast and the Furious feels like video game stuff.
I'm trying to think though of we're going for action movies, which absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
But some of my favourite video games are ones that are more narrative based or ones with multiple branching storylines and choices and stuff.
What? No guns?
No guns.
Doesn't count.
Not
Not
even
video
a
game.
flick on the nose.
Is there a courtroom film as good as any Phoenix Wright story?
Oh, Runaway Jury.
Runaway Jury.
It's fucking brilliant.
Really?
Yeah. Runaway Jury.
12 Angry Men.
Primal Fear.
Never seen that.
You haven't seen Primal Fear?
No, what's
that? Oh my god. If I watch John Wick this weekend, you got to watch Primal Fear.
All right, remind me. I'll do that.
It's got Richard Gere and Ed Norton in it. Oh. It's one of the. I think it's the first thing I saw Ed Norton in.
That's pretty good.
You've got to watch it.
I will.
It's really good. It's also got Laura Linney, and Laura Linney film that came out in the 90s or the 2000s, and that's when Laura Linney was not afraid of getting them out.
I see. Good one, Gav. Zero Time Dilemma is basically the Saw series, so the Saw series is basically Zero Time Dilemma. So
awesome.
There you go. That works.
What else is a good?
Well, okay. So what do we think makes? What's a video game structure that fits within films? That's what he says in Mechanic Resurrection. The structure of the film itself feels like a video game.
Anything that's kind of like that Bill Dung's Roman style of having something start and then work its way up. So you take a character who starts from a low point and then the only thing I can think of, which is a really terrible example, but that would be like Divergent. She's really, really terrible at the beginning and she can't fight.
That's all right there.
It's not an amazing example of the premise, but the whole idea is she goes and she learns how to fight and she becomes better and better, and then it branches out.
There's a lot of level uppiness.
Anything.
Hunger Games as well.
Yeah,
Hunger Games
is very video. The actual central fight in the
Maze
first
Runner
film.
also.
Yeah,
Maze
and
Runner.
also
Actually, Maze Runner is basically a roguelike.
Yeah.
because it's him
Maze Runner's really
constantly
good.
trying to get
It's true.
further on each run.
But Hunger Games, that also has a really interesting mechanic in that she has to form alliances and stuff with the people within. So there'd be that kind of telltale. So and so will remember that. Stab you in the back.
What's
one of
that
the
fucking film with Tom Cruise in?
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow,
Edge of Tomorrow is an amazing video game film.
Source Code as well, similar.
Yes, it's replaying every game, every life. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's basically an arcade game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except the coin is his soul. I was going to say something really brilliant then. I've forgotten it because made a better point. Anyway.
Right, number 3.
I like that question.
That was a good question.
That was a
well
really
done.
good question.
Well
I
done,
enjoyed
Brandon McGee.
Hi guys, with the Switch just announced, I'm very much looking forward to playing Zelda on the Switch with faster load times and portability. I'm also more certain that when I put the game in the system, I will be playing it pretty much instantly. This leads me to ask the question. If you could choose only one, would you rather have a system with faster load times and little to no installation for games that look and play great?
What?
Or would you rather have Uncharted 4 level graphics and have longer load installation periods?
What?
So what he's
so the
saying,
point is, it's basically Switch versus PS4.
Yeah,
it's like the Switch, everything's going to install quickly and play quickly because they're cartridges.
Right.
But they're going to look worse than our PS4 Pros.
Right.
But those have 60 gigabyte installs that can take a day on a bad.
Wait, although he is
internet
saying,
connection.
he's saying,
install stuff on the Switch as well.
You will have to, but it will install quickly because it's coming from a cartridge.
I see.
oh, so he's saying, because he's saying in the first one, faster load times games that look and play great versus Uncharted 4 level graphics,
which is
that have
better
longer.
than great.
So that's better than great.
Yeah.
Okay. I see the question. This is from Harmful Dasmos.
Harmful Dasmos.
Manchester, England. Dad of 3 in mid-30s with little time to play games, let alone wait for the bastard things to install.
So I think he wants a Switch.
I don't know. I can't remember a time where I've gone to play a video game and the install has taken a shitload of
You're insane. What are you talking about? I've had to do that so much.
Do you have like amazing internet speeds?
I have incredible internet at home and it still takes ages to install.
I've definitely
I can't think of a time when I've done that. I just got a lot of stuff on. I just got to do something. Let's go make a cup of tea.
I think
Eat some cereal.
the thing that we're missing
Harass
here,
a bird.
because
I meant flying bird, not disgusting name for a lady there, by the
Christ.
way. Guys, before you jump down my throat.
anyway, Laura Linney.
Oh, God.
The thing that we're not talking about is he's saying this based on just general principles.
Right.
I think that I would prefer. I don't know if this is true. At the moment, I'm more excited for a Switch than I am for anything on PS4. And that's partially because you don't need good graphics on a Nintendo console to have amazing looking games.
Yeah.
Like Mario Kart 8 is one of the best looking games of this generation, and it's on a Wii U.
Yeah.
Like they just know how to make stuff look and run well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell. Although actually, I don't think Zelda looks that nice. Like I think its environments are quite bad looking. Like art design is amazing, but like textures and stuff just look all muddy and strange. I don't know, even in that new trailer.
Big old mud shit.
I don't know. I completely understand why, as a parent with little time to play games, I've seen so many tweets from dads and mums on Twitter who have clearly sat down to play something, really looking forward to it. Kids are in bed. They've only got like an hour's gaming window. And then it says, 1 hour and 15 minutes install time for this update. And they're like, "Fah!" And I can imagine that is really, really frustrating.
They should have thought more about whether or not they wanted children.
What's that thing? It's that thing at every Christmas where people on Twitter go,
amazing.
"Don't forget to install all your games before your kids open them on Christmas Day," which is like the saddest thing about the modern world.
Yeah, that is
Like, it's
sad,
mad.
isn't it? Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen those tweets.
Actually, yeah,
seen a lot
because
of
you remember
those.
the fucking the thing with the Wii U. Remember the Wii U had a massive
it's
patch update,
and you couldn't
Out of the
use
box.
it before
Yeah.
it installed a patch.
Can you imagine that on Christmas Day?
Awful.
Utterly fuming.
Yeah,
Just
it's ridiculous.
watching a bar go across. And actually, I don't even think that bar was like the good bars in 3DS, where it's like Mario running. And hitting his head off the thing,
It's what's the 3DS? It's like a little present being dropped, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
And then
quite good.
which one's Pikmin? The Pikmin
system
is
transfer.
when you transfer the system, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, so if you had an old 3DS and you were transferring that to the new one, it was Pikmin carrying things across. So you had one screen here of the Pikmin, but they were literally
that's
walking across with your little
adorable.
And
bits.
but they got them all into a rocket, and then
Yeah.
when it was ready to transfer, the rocket flew from your old console to your new one.
That's amazing.
And
That's amazing.
one Pikmin gets left behind because that's Pikmin and dies on your old console.
Oh my gosh.
Because Pikmin is one of the cruelest games
That
ever.
is dark.
I know people who cried watching that system transfer animation.
Man,
It's really fun.
Nintendo are brilliant. aren't
They're incredible.
they? Yeah.
So yeah, Switch, go on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Awesome.
What a fantastic podcast. I hope you've learned something. I'm sure we've learned something about each other. And
I've learned about bumming.
as long as none of our bosses listen to this, we'll be back next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Enjoy yourselves.